Tonight, we're learning more about General Motors dropping its Cruise robotaxi project following a number of setbacks. KTVU's Tom Vakar live tonight with the story from Oakland. Tom?
Well, it's really interesting, and the list is interesting. Remember when these were new? Answering machines, microwave ovens, even wireless phones? They had a heck of a time gaining public acceptance, and it's no different with robocars. General Motors is getting out of the robotaxi business, even though its autonomous vehicle technology is considered one of, if not the best systems. It released this statement. General Motors plans to realign its autonomous driving strategy and prioritize development of advanced driver assistance systems on a path to fully autonomous personal vehicles.
General Motors isn't the first. It's just the most recent.
Professor Scott Mora at UC Berkeley is an expert in AVs, autonomous vehicles.
The business model for pure robotaxi is difficult, especially for automotive manufacturers.
Professor Billy Riggs leads USF's AV team and lab. He says GM may be leaving the competition too soon.
If we think that is the trend, what GM is really doing is that they're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table.
A major concern for GM, few people have ever taken a robotaxi.
As people experience it, they will start to enjoy being able to relax, being able to check email on their phone, being able to interact with colleagues.
Our research in our lab is showing that when you expose people to a vehicle that has a technology like Cruise had, like Waymo has, they're amazed, and their acceptance level is amazing. The uptake is very quick.
Nonetheless, Pew researchers found that at the moment, about 2/3 of Americans say they would not ride in a driverless vehicle.
I do think there is a bit of hubris that is embedded in our inability to give up control, and particularly to give up control to systems that actually improve our own human performance.
Driverless vehicles are growing in robotaxis, commercial vehicles, and personal cars.
The reason there's so much froth around robotaxis is because the potential market is big, and that gets investors super excited.
According to academics and autonomous vehicle trade groups, their potential to reduce deaths and injuries, reduce accidents, improve traffic flow, allow freer public transit and personal travel for those with disabilities, as well as making long commutes effortless, is unlimitless, and would reduce insurance costs.
It is an incredible kind of evolution of technology, and it really is just the beginning. So, when will the World Showcase take place for these? It's going to come up in Los Angeles in 2028, when there's going to be robotaxi after robotaxi after robotaxi everywhere down there, just as in 1984, cell phones were introduced. Reporting live, Tom Vakar, KTVU, Fox 2.
And Tom, I mean, the professor touched on it. It is such an untapped market. Does this open the door for maybe a Tesla or an Alphabet to really fire up their plans even quicker here?
Well, you know, Alphabet, Waymo, and Tesla, they've talked about their own robo fleet, and there may be others. You know, just because General Motors went out doesn't mean it may not come back in, since they're considered to have one of the best technologies. On the other hand, other entries may come into this thing with specialty cars, so it's a wide open thing. I think it's just that, you know, when you look at General Motors, this is a shareholder company. They're spending $1 billion that they don't want to spend. They're pulling back on that, but they're smart enough to know that there's a future to it.
There is a future. Tom Vakar live tonight in Oakland. Tom, thank you.